all those bodies being found on Lake Mead, though. I mean, it's terrible that the lake is dried up, but I can only think about the families who would have never gotten any answers until now.
Wait, what?
Three bodies they found. Lake Mead has dried up so much.
And plenty more to come, right?
Oh, yes. One of them was in a bucket. Like a
gas can. Yeah, the mob. Jimmy Hoffa could be in there.
Don't tell Geraldo.
Don't what?
There's a gas tank?
I said, don't tell Geraldo.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't hear about this. I'm looking this up now. So they were finding remains in...
it's like
like gas tanks?
Yeah, it's like a famous mob burial spot. And they ID'd a couple of guys as like mobsters.
Oh, did they ID some of them?
Yeah, one guy was was in the mob. At least one guy.
Oh my God!
I think the guy in the
might be there.
I think Jimmy Hoffa, from the things I've read and listened to, I think he was incinerated.
You're probably right.
Why do you say that?
He's never going to be found.
Exactly.
I'm surprised they didn't do incineration more often because it's more thorough.
You really had to. I think the people that had access to it. Like, think how rare that would be to have access to an incinerator and someone willing to let you to be a party to dispose. That's like the mob guys.
At the same time, it's the mob.
They also used to do the funeral home around here that was run by the mob. They used to.
That's what I was getting.
They used to kill people, and then they would have double layered caskets. They would have actual funeral. Hey, New Orleans is like where the mob in America.
Way.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a funeral home in Rhode Island that was famous for that.
Bodies.
So they would bury two people together in the same casket, like with no connection to each other.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's evil. Wait, which mob did this?
Pretty much all of them that had access to it.
So we bury hundreds of people on top of each other. If after a year, if your family doesn't want your remains and you're in one of those oven tombs, your bones just get pushed to the back. And if you think of the centuries that, these ashes have just been pushed to the back, that's a lot of ashes all mixed up together. They get to stay for a year and a day because it takes 1 year for the Louisiana heat to completely demolish a body.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, and also we've had
the hour of WDUM.
No, I was going to be more. There's so many places. I mean, there's so many of those ponds and around New England that you're just like, oh, there's absolutely bodies in there.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, we had the New Orleans mob. They just took them to the swamps, cut them up, take them to the swamp, and feed them to the gators. I mean, they're really.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
My stepdad, when I was like 7, my stepdad disappeared, and then it turned out that our neighbors had done that to him. I didn't know at the time that my mom and him were into drugs or whatever, but he had screwed somebody over and they did that to him. They cut him up and fed him to the gators.
Wow.
No body, no crime.